What's up, YouTube? Back in sunny Leicester. It's sunny now, but boy, it was raining before. You should have seen it. Back in sunny Leicester. What's my headgear looking like? I thought I'd make this vlog just because it's been. I'm concept of time is just completely gone now. I have no concept of like what time it is or what day it is or anything like that. It's really weird because we landed. It feels like 4 days ago. But I'm just kind of getting into the swing now. I've been so tired, like both me and Miss Pila have been really exhausted. And I think it's the fact that the fast here is considerably longer. So we had like, half a month when it was just more than half a month of when it was kind of like a particular time. And it's funny because I'm seeing the tweets and I follow a bag of like a bunch of UAE based tweeters. So when they are like when they're reading their fajr, when they're reading like their morning prayer, it's like people are just coming back from the evening prayer here, and it's just so long. And I kind of feel a bit upset because I haven't met up with people that have been kind of itching to meet up with me and stuff like that. And it's kind of nice to have people to meet up with, and it's good to be meeting up with friends and family and all that stuff. But check Mr. Bablu out. Yo, Bablu. Bablu. You on your chop. Say hello. He looks like he's lost a lot of weight. Have you lost weight? Do you remember this? Yes? People want to know how you are. How are you? How are you? He's lost a lot of weight and his fur is kind of weird. It's got this kind of... It used to be like furry, and when I touch him he's quite bony as well. We're going to take him to the vets. He needs to go and see the vet. We're going to probably take him tomorrow. Get checked out. Bablu. 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 Say something. Say something. Dude. That's that from Bablu there. It's weird being back. It's very strange being back. It's kind of interesting how we met up with a few people, a few friends and stuff, and just people on the street who are obviously watching like the YouTube channels, who are keeping up to date on Twitter and Facebook and stuff like that. And I feel really odd because it kind of feels like since I've been here last few days, one of the things that I feel is that, when you put your life online, if you're on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTubing like I do, people always see a side of your life that they just assume is one way, one dimensional. And this is, if you choose to put things online, well, that's just the way it is. I mean, people are going to have that preconception about things. But it's amazing how much happens behind the scenes that you have absolutely no idea about. Part of me wishes I could vlog that part. Part of me wishes I could share that part so that people would see that it's not just a straightforward kind of like, Mquan is living in the UAE, he just landed this job, landed an opportunity to move to the UAE. People have no idea. There are select people like Leon JJ, good close friends, family, that know that I've been working on this for a good part of at least a year and a half, if not longer, 2 years perhaps, behind the scenes, trying to do things, get up to date with certain things so that I'd be ready to move out, and ready to get a good opportunity arise in the Middle East. People have very little exposure to that part. So what they do is they always see this other element and they just assume it's like, wow, this guy is very lucky or whatever. And I'm very lucky. I think I am very lucky. I think Miss Beela's lucky. I think we are all very lucky. A part of life is about the effort that you put in. A part of the opportunities that you find yourself in is dependent on the effort, the sacrifice that you make. And I don't use that word lightly. It is a sacrifice. It's about giving up the stuff that other people would happily do and wouldn't even think about, working on the stuff that people wouldn't even dream about, thinking about options completely, vertically, as opposed to where everybody's thinking in just one direction. Working towards stuff, planning, and more planning, and just really being thorough and vigorous in what you do to try and attain the opportunities that are possible. Alongside all of that, you also need to have patience. I think that's really important, that you need to be patient with whatever you're working on, being patient with the people around you, being patient with the opportunities as well. You need to be patient, because with patience comes a blessing that I didn't really understand until I was forced to get to grips with patience, actually. And I think that's one of the key to success, is also being patient. I think that's there. And then finally, it goes without saying, prayer and praying for good. Whether you believe in something or you don't, but praying for good. If you believe in a God, it's easier, because you can direct your attention to God. And if you don't believe in a God, well, you have to find a way of praying and looking for good, looking for an opportunity to come from something which is outside of yourself. I think that's really essential. And in fact, being patient and being able to kind of let things mature in the right time is harder if you don't have a sense of understanding that it's sometimes things are outside of your control. There are factors that determine yourself that are outside of yourself, if that makes sense. And I think those are, really essential things that I've learned. I was thinking about this, it's been a year since I moved out to the UAE. What have I learned? I get asked a lot about, Mquan, can you get me a job out there in the Middle East? Can you get me a job in Dubai? Can you help me get a job? And these are some of the questions that I get asked, and I guess this is a response to that in some ways as well. But also, it's, and I want to say this to people who are watching this vlog, that, don't ever judge things by the surface. What people portray through social media and through vlogs is just a fraction of what their life is about. And in most cases, it tends to be the good things that are happening in their life, unless somebody uses YouTube as a tool to offload some of the negatives and stuff. So yeah, I guess that's that. Don't know, really random and stuff, but that's how I'm feeling at the moment, and I wanted to share that with you.
And you like this cat. Khadija's cat is so beautiful.
Was it? Yeah. But you only like Bablu.
Yeah, but that cat's friendly.
But you're lovely though, aren't you? Hey Bablu. It's amazing how many people asked about you. They said, how's Bablu? Why has he lost so much weight? Any message to give to those guys? Bablu? Yeah. This cat is a cutie pie. It's funny, like, as soon as we got here, we just wanted to, like, squeeze him and hold him and stuff.
It's really stretching, isn't it?